In the grand tapestry of time, the earth has served as a haven for some of the most astounding creatures that have ever graced its surface, walked upon its lands, or swam within its seas. Among these wonders, a particular group stands out, not just for their size or strength, but for their unique and formidable feature, the saber-teeth. These magnificent predators, adorned with long, sharp, and deadly canines, have captivated our imagination for centuries. But the story of saber-toothed predators is more complex and fascinating than you might think. Our journey begins in the distant epoch of the Middle Permian, about 272 million years ago. The supercontinent Pangaea still ruled supreme, and life thrived in its vast lands. Among the many strange and fascinating creatures that roamed this world were the dinosaur-like dinosaur aliens, a group of large-bodied therapsids that could be predators, herbivores, or omnivores. However, as Pangaea underwent immense change, the climate slowly became drier, transforming many environments into new ones. This shift was detrimental to the dinosaur aliens, who struggled to adapt. But the changing winds also created opportunities for a new wave of predators. The first known saber-tooths, the Gorgonopsians. These creatures, unlike anything seen before, were unlike any mammal. They were actually non-mammalian therapsids, more related to mammals than reptiles, and had descended from an ancient pelycosaur. Gorgonopsians were medium-sized animals with 4 limbs, a long, slender skull, and low-down, narrow yet muscular bodies. But what truly set them apart were their extraordinary teeth, elongated, razor-sharp upper canines that could be just as long as the exposed teeth of a T-Rex. The evolution of these teeth was a slow process, believed to have been the result of random genetic variations. These variations provided a survival advantage in their environment, and thus was favored by natural selection, leading to saber-tooth teeth genes being accumulated and expressed over generations. With these potent chompers, the Gorgons were able to take down even the largest of prey, such as hardened perills that roamed the lands. The Gorgonopsians quickly spread throughout nearly all of Pangaea and became one of the most dominant and abundant predators on the continent. They varied mainly in body proportions, with some resembling small alligators, while others were larger and more feline-like. The largest known member, the Inostrancevia, measured over 3.5 meters in length and weighed 770 aleps, equivalent to the largest black bear ever recorded in the state of New Jersey. However, the world was not keen on seeing just how far the first saber-teeth could go. Just 25 million years into their existence, the Gorgonopsids were hit by the worst extinction event of all time, the Permian Triassic extinction event. This cataclysmic event arrived in the form of massive volcanic eruptions that slowly turned the world into a literal hell, causing frequent forest fires, an absurd increase in temperature, acid rain, and intense radiation, among other effects that ultimately proved too much for the Gorgonopsids, leading to their extinction. But the story of saber-tooth predators did not end there. After a saber-tooth cold spell that lasted for millions of years, the Earth entered the Cenozoic, sometimes referred to as the Age of Mammals. And it was during this time that the second instance of saber-tooth teeth emerged, the Machaerodonts, otherwise known as saber-tooth cats. The Machaerodonts first appeared some 52 million years ago during the Middle Eocene and were part of a little-known group called the Myriad, meaning dagger-like. These animals looked like cats, having long tails, slender bodies, and superficially similar features. They belonged to their very own family, the Oxyaenidae, who were placental mammals like us, but far more ancient, and were one of their earlier groups to arise following the extinction of dinosaurs. The Machaerodonts were carnivorous, But it was the Machairodus that leaned into the hypersized canines and had a knack for fluvial and floodplain environments, which were warm and humid. They were found throughout North America and Asia, and, while not the largest predators around, they were still quite successful. The largest species was about the size of a golden retriever. However, their reign was short-lived, as a newcomer was lurking in the background that would eventually dethrone and outcompete them. This newcomer was another fellow saber-tooth, the Nimrovids. Despite this marking the first known time that two saber-tooth predators lived at once, the two groups were not closely related. The Nimrovids had separately evolved their saber-tooth teeth about 41 million years ago. The Nimrovids had much more specialized canines that were better protected and reinforced, allowing them to make deeper, more powerful bites on tougher hides. They also had, relatively speaking, larger gapes while biting, which helped them easily puncture and destroy vital organs. And then, as if they needed any more advantages, they also tended to be larger and more muscular. But with all this said, their real kicker was actually their adaptations for locomotion. The Nimrovids had broad locomotive diversity, with many being well adapted for running, while the Machairodus were typically better climbers. As the world experienced a cooling and drying trend, lush forests transformed into scrub and open woodlands, which were ideal for the Nimrovids. They quickly expanded across North America, Africa, and Eurasia, where they became some of the most successful predators. And thanks to a bit of luck, they happened to appear during a more stable time in Earth's history, which allowed them to diversify extensively. With at least 3 different subfamilies having developed over time, the Nimrovids became a formidable force to be reckoned with. The story of saber-tooth predators is a testament to the wonders and mysteries of the natural world. From the first saber-tooths that evolved during the Permian to the iconic saber-toothed tigers of the Ice Age, these incredible creatures have captivated our imagination and fueled our fascination with the animal kingdom. But the story of saber-tooth predators is not over yet. Who knows what new and amazing discoveries await us in the future? The evolution of saber-tooth predators is a fascinating tale of adaptation, competition, and survival. From the harsh, unforgiving environments of the Permian to the more stable, diverse world of the Cenozoic, these animals have faced countless challenges and have managed to thrive and evolve. It is a reminder that life on Earth is resilient and adaptable, and that there are still many secrets and wonders waiting to be discovered. The Gorgonopsians, the first saber-toothed predators, were not true mammals, but they were close relatives. Their bodies were low to the ground, with powerful limbs and long, slender skulls. Their most distinctive feature was their elongated canines, which they used to take down even the largest of prey. Despite their success, they were ultimately wiped out by the Permian-Triassic extinction event. The Machairodonts, or saber-toothed cats, were the second group of saber-toothed predators to appear. They were true mammals, belonging to the family Oxyaenidae. They were smaller than the Gorgonopsians, but their canines were just as formidable. They were found throughout North America and Asia, and were well adapted to warm, humid environments. Unfortunately, they were eventually outcompeted by the Nimrovids. The Nimrovids were the third and final group of saber-toothed predators. They were not closely related to the Machairodonts, but they shared the characteristic of elongated canines. They were larger and more muscular than the Machairodonts, and they had more specialized teeth that were better adapted for taking down tougher prey. They were also more diverse, with at least 3 different subfamilies having developed over time. They were successful predators across North America, Africa, and Eurasia. The story of saber-toothed predators is a reminder that evolution is a slow, gradual process that can take millions of years. it is also a reminder that competition is a driving force in the natural world, and that successful species are those that can adapt to changing environments and outcompete their rivals. The extinction of the Gorgonopsians, the Machaerodonts, and other saber-toothed predators shows that even the most successful species can be wiped out by cataclysmic events or by the rise of new, more successful competitors. The story of saber-toothed predators is also a testament to the power of curiosity and the importance of scientific discovery. These animals have captivated our imagination for centuries, and they continue to fuel our fascination with the natural world. They have been the subject of countless books, documentaries, and television shows, and they have inspired artists, writers, and scientists for generations. They are a reminder that there are still many mysteries and wonders waiting to be discovered, and that the study of the natural world is a never-ending journey of discovery and learning. In conclusion, the story of saber-toothed predators is a complex and fascinating one. From their early origins in the Permian to their eventual extinction during the Ice Age, these animals have faced countless challenges and have managed to thrive and evolve. They are a reminder of the wonders and mysteries of the natural world, and they continue to inspire and captivate us today. Who knows what new and amazing discoveries await us in the future? One thing is for sure, the story of saber-toothed predators is far from over.